everybody. I'm live. I'm super excited to be here. I'm Natalia Gaitan. I'm the creative director of Power Up Brand and Design. And I am a graphic and branding design expert. And I use my design superpowers to empower other women-owned businesses. Through my experience of working with women and especially mompreneurs during the past year, I have been greatly impacted by their stories. So when I sit down with a client and we're designing their logo or their business card, I always ask them super personal questions about their lives, about their business, how they got there, what was that life-changing moment. We talk about values, we talk about so many things, and that group of ideas have really impacted how I do business. And I thought, why not share these stories with everybody? Because when you buy, you want to know who is behind that business. So these are my BAM, so Badass Mom Stories. And hey everybody, today I am super excited. Let me see, I'm gonna call Ana Marcela. Hold on. Did it work? I'm trying. This is my first time. Hold on. First badass mom on live is Ana Marcela Rodriguez. She is the founder of Therapy Works Counseling. And Therapy Works is a super special practice because they offer Spanish and English therapy and counseling. So that is, to me, groundbreaking, because if you are Hispanic like I am, getting your words out in a second language is super challenging. So it's awesome to have that opportunity to just cry and bitch and complain and be vulnerable in your first language. So what she's doing with Therapy Works Counseling, it's amazing to me. So I just want to introduce you, Ana Marcela, and then it's not working. Hold on. How do I do that? Oh, it says she's unable to join. Hold it. Oh, there she is. Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, how are you?
I'm good. I'm setting this up. I think they already did.
Oh, I'm so excited to see you, to see your face again.
I know. I'm so excited to see you too.
Thank you for joining. Well, I was telling everybody a little bit about you and your practice and why it's so special to me as a Hispanic mom. And your story, it's so empowering and so inspiring. So I want everybody to get to know you because they're gonna love you as much as I do. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
So, well, I'm Ana Marcela Rodriguez. I'm Mexican. I was born and raised in Monterrey, Mexico. And I went to my bachelor's in psychology in Mexico. And then 10 years ago, I came to the States and I wanted to pursue my career as a therapist, which I did in Mexico. But I needed to study a master's degree and do all the licensure and a lot of things. By that time, I had a 3-year-old and a newborn, but I was so eager to follow my dream and my passion, and I went for it. I don't know what I was thinking,
My
but
gosh.
then I think I just have like I put my goal and I did not move my focus out of it. And I pursued it, and it was hard. A lot of sleepless nights, and
I can imagine.
right, and weekends that I stay studying and like doing a lot of things to pursue this dream. And finally, I became licensed as a marriage and family therapist. And I did my internship, my hours, my supervision hours, and everything. And I was for a while in Frisco ISD as in my internship in the Student Opportunity Center, working with teenagers. And after that, I went and put my solo practice. So I started with my solo practice in for almost 5 years ago. It's like 4.5 years ago. And it started small, just me seeing clients. And I always had this dream that I wanted my community, the Hispanic community, to have very high quality mental health services. And I wanted to make a practice with that niche in mind, like to serve the community and to have bilingual clinicians with very high quality techniques and professionalism and all the licenses and everything that we needed to give these high quality services. And that's how my dream started. And here I am.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe you went to school with two babies. I can barely live with two babies and I'm not going to school.
It
Oh my
was
gosh.
crazy
It's
doing grad
it's
school with
intense.
two babies. Yes.
Yes, you're my hero, number one. Oh my gosh, I can't even. So I was telling everybody that's joining us how it feels to get therapy in your first language. I am 9 years in living in the States, and it still takes me a minute to like translate and get it out of my mouth in English, and let alone like be vulnerable and express all those emotions. And then culturally, it's different. Like we were born and raised in different places, different backgrounds, and our problems are different too. So to me, that's why it's so special and just it's really touching. So I'm a fan of what you're doing. So I hope lots of people come join what you're pursuing. So I wanted also to talk about a little bit about your mompreneur journey. What are those things that you've had to sacrifice in order to just keep pushing, make your dreams come true?
Well, as I said, like a lot of sleepless nights. That's what I remember the most. It was hard, to have a newborn is hard by itself. So having a newborn plus a 3-year-old boy who was very energetic, and now he's 11, almost 12. It's very energetic. I had a lot of support from friends because I don't have family here, but from close friends and from my husband, of course. So I think that support made the difference. Having my, people that love me, that care for me, and that I could be vulnerable to tell them like I need help, like I cannot do it on my own, like I need help with my kids. I need help, with things for myself, for my house, and things like that.
Awesome. Yeah, asking for help is hard, but I'm glad that you went out there and you asked for help. That's really hard.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a lot of that, a lot of self-talk and self-affirmation of like, this is part of the journey. Like, this will not be forever. It's just a part of it. So I keep myself reminding that one day I will have kind of the price of all the sacrifice.
That's so awesome. Being here now in Texas, because I know you've traveled and lived in different places. So now here in Texas, you're settling down, you have a community. Tell me a little bit about how Frisco and kind of the North DFW community has received your services and your new ideas. Because I feel like people are not used to just seeing a service that's bilingual. So tell me more about that.
Yeah. When I came with the idea first, like to my husband and friends, like I will put my group practice. I will do a group practice with bilingual clinicians, and we will be the first Hispanic group practice. They were like, go to Dallas, like you will not find people in Frisco or that area. And I'm
Oh
like,
gosh.
but I live here, you know. I like, here's my
Yeah.
home. My kids go to school here. Like, and I was very persistent on that idea, and I have been very welcomed. And I feel the love. I feel we have a lot of clients that are not per se Hispanic that love coming with us. That love, I think, our perspective, because our clinicians are from different parts of Latin America. Some of them were born here, but they are Hispanic. So I feel very welcomed. I
Awesome.
don't regret a bit to listen to my gut feeling and to pursue it in here.
That's so cool. Let me ask you about your kiddos. So you, like me, were raising first generation of Latinos, and we want them to feel proud and excited and like not ashamed and just like live that culture like we do. So what do you do at home and as a mom to empower that in your kiddos?
Well, my kids, they know that at home we speak Spanish. So my husband and I like speak Spanish all the time. They sometimes will say like, my friends do not understand when you speak Spanish. And I'm like, well, that's our native language. So you can translate to them or things like that. We want them to love their culture. We want to also love the place where they live and where they have been raised, but we do not want them to forget this part of us and them of being Mexicans. So we do, you know, our food is Mexican. We eat a lot of Mexican food. We follow Mexican traditions. We go at least once or twice a year to Mexico and visit our family and visit our hometown, the places that we grew up. So they stayed in touch with that part of their culture.
So you're really putting in the work because it's hard. It's a commitment.
It is hard. Yes, it is hard.
Yeah, I think at home for us is the same. Like we only watch TV in Spanish and we like have food from Colombia and they know like grandparents, some of them only speak Spanish.
Yeah.
So we really want them to feel that excitement. So I'm with you. That's so fun.
Yes, in here is the same thing. My dad was here last week and my stepmom, and they only speak Spanish, so they know that if they want to communicate with them, like they need to speak in
Yeah,
Spanish. So
that's fabulous. I love it. And then you are a mental health expert. How do you talk about mental health with your kiddos?
So my kiddos, if you talk to them, you will see that their mom is like a mental health clinician. They talk a lot about emotions, because we do talk a lot about emotions and we
Good.
allow emotions. One thing that I always tell them is like, you're allowed to feel whatever you're feeling. What you do with it is something different. There are some behaviors
Okay.
that are appropriate and some behaviors that are not. So if you're angry, like you're allowed to be angry, but you're not allowed to throw things, right? Or hit
Okay.
places or hit people. So I make like those distinctions. And I'm also like a very regular mom. Like sometimes I scream and sometimes I, like just a very normal, I will say normal mom, but with that knowledge of emotions and knowledge of mental health and the need of having conversations and being present in the life of our children, in this case of like my children. I try to connect with them in
Okay.
little ways. I think that's
That's
important.
good. Yeah, it's also taking out like looking for that time to sit and like listen, really listen and not like, okay, wrap it up. It's been 7 stories of the same puppy. So, it's,
Yeah, and
I
it's
get it.
little things, I'm a busy mom too, like
Yeah.
running the business, seeing clients, growing a business and having children and run a home. You know, it's a lot. So it's not that I spend like with each one of them 1 hour sitting, like I don't have the time, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just little connections that we do, like while they are sitting having dinner and I'm just around, like, how are you doing, like, who are you talking to, like, tell me something about your friends, little things like that, like that we connect. Or during, sometimes my little girl will go to the bed and just lay with me and we'll just have little chats, and those little bits of connections go a long way because they accumulate, right? And they go a long way.
Okay, I love that. It's kind of a piece of advice to like savor the little moments and not put the pressure on yourself to have to spend a certain amount of time just building it up and like accumulating. I love that. Makes me feel good.
Yes,
Makes me feel
you
like
know,
I'm
it
doing
takes
my
the
job.
pressure out of it. Yes, it takes the pressure
Yeah,
out of it.
it's
Then we are
so much pressure.
bombarded, right? Then we're bombarded with social media and a lot of ads of like, we need to, I don't know, cook with our kids and go out with our kids and plan these like big things. And it's so much, you know, it's so overwhelming. And you don't need to do that. Like little things, little bits of connection go a long way.
That's, yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. I feel seen.
Me too.
Okay, well, I think going back to you being a mompreneur and being super busy, and I ask this to all my BAMs on all the blogs, what is it that you want them to see when they see you? Who is my mom? What is she teaching me? Like, what are those big things you want to take away?
For other moms, you're saying?
No, for your kids when they see you.
Okay, so I want them to see that their mom is a dream follower, right? Like it's a dream doer. Like I'll set a dream and a goal and I'll go for it. Like I'm very persistent. So I want them to, and I know that they see my consistency, that I work hard for my dreams to come true, and that it doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter your background, it doesn't matter really anything. If you have the will, you will find a way. And that's like my biggest message for them.
Well, I think that's the message you're giving everybody, including myself. So I think you're nailing it. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so my last question, and I'll let you go. What is your advice for those mompreneurs and those women that are like thinking about starting a business and they're kind of like, oh, I'm not sure, or they want to give up? What is that advice that you want to give them?
I will say to go for it. You know, as the saying says, you already have the no. Like, what else do you have to lose? Try it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But don't let your drive and your dream dry out. Like, you can do it. You can find ways to do it. If it's meant to be for you, it will find you. And I will say just pursue it.
Oh, yay. Okay. Well, it's been lovely to see your face again. Thank you for joining me today. If you guys that are watching, Ana Marcela's post is going to go up on my blog tomorrow. There's lots of fun questions there to get to know her better. So check it out tomorrow. And then for you, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Natalia. It has been a pleasure. All these working with you and all the things that you do are amazing. And to put, you know, these moms out there so the community can know us, it's great. Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome. It's been awesome getting to know you. So we'll see you tomorrow on the blog.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Buenas noches.